mellotron, settle in the groove.
Dialogue like velvet, see the wisdom as it moves. Spreading, coming round through the tapestry of sound. Casual combo circulates the globe, every voice in view renowned. Balancing the ledger, counting feelings in the sense. Elevating indie dreams, spotlighting each sentence. Bridging worlds with empathy, fluent in the truth. Finance to family, to mental health pursuits. No echo chamber, just reflections in the glass. Connecting dots from present pains to futures built to last. Every episode is sight for unity in subtle blends. Cocos in the rhythm, universal in the end.
Having that casual convo so you don't have to have the tough combo.
Let's start the show.
Hello, welcome to the Casual Convo, where we have conversations about topics that affect the communities, personal and business relationships. We always have the casual convo, so you don't have to have the tough convo. I'm your host, Coco, and joining me tonight is my lovely crew. We got more than you can see, the king of Asheville, Sir Paul,
Peace.
and then rocking the bush today, loving it, is Baltimore's own, Baltimore's finest, most creative artiste, Jude, the defendant, always.
Hey y'all.
How y'all doing?
I'm doing fine.
Oh,
I'm doing above ground another day, so I'm doing.
okay. So I know we got a lot to do tonight. So tonight we're going to be supporting small businesses and have conversations about like entrepreneurship, things that help businesses thrive, start, and maybe some things, some like roadblocks that people with businesses come up with. So we're gonna get into that. Also, we have a couple of businesses that we're going to shout out. Those of you who sent your businesses to me or commented your business, if you are watching. Also, please feel free. You can join us, or you can comment your business so we can put it up online. But before we get into all of that, let's get into the mental health check-in. I will first. Woo! These last 2 weeks, I was telling Jude today, I don't know like what was going on, but everything just was like, it was a lot. Like work has been busy. Then in my personal life, things been. It's just like I don't know. Sleep been off. Everything been off. And Drew made a good point. Maybe something is in retrograde. I don't know if it's the weather. I don't know what's going on. But even despite the weirdness and the atmosphere, wherever, and I'm not the only one. Like I was at work, and a couple of my colleagues were like, "Just been tired, been freaking exhausted. Like things just been, da 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 da." And I'm like, "Yeah, I've been feeling the same way." So I don't know what's going on with that. But even despite everything that's been going on, I'm okay. And call my therapist, like, listen, ma'am, I don't know what's going on, but we need to talk. And I think that's okay. So I'm one of them type people, even if I'm going through a storm, I don't want to project it. If I do, I'll kind of like shut down or whatever. But with that being said, I think I'm okay despite I don't know what's going on in the environment. It could be because Trump's in office causing a ruckus, but I don't know. But what about you guys?
I'm on mute. But say I've been fine and not fine. I've been a little tired. I've been feeling overworked, underpaid, and just tired, man. I remember when I used to couldn't wait to be an adult. Now I want to be a kid for real. Probably not in this day and age though, but like literally, I want to have less responsibility. Being an adult kind of sucked a little bit. I mean, it don't always suck. It's kind of cool, you feel me? But it's times where like things happen, like and you gotta make adult ass decisions, and sometimes those adult ass decisions, man, you just you just be tired of having to do that sometimes, man. That one sucked. That's the part that the past generations, they was telling us about. You feel me? That's why they was complaining about certain shit. They say us making certain mistakes. Doing just dumb shit. Cause now you look at the kids and you like, man, but my mental health has been like, but it's gonna be okay. I got some good friends and got a good mindset towards, everything. Some good medication and things like that. So yeah, I'll be all right.
Yes, it's always nice to have good medication because that subdues the pain of life sometimes. It doesn't make it go away, but it subdues the pain sometimes. And everybody can use a little pain soothing every now and then. My mental health is I'm just ready to get some of this medical stuff I'm dealing with out of the way so I can get back to doing things that need to be done. And by that I mean I gotta get back to city council meetings. I gotta get back out in the community a little bit more. Cause things get ready to jump off and I gotta make sure I'm there to put my dollar in. Inflation here used to be 2 cents. You could put your 2 cents in now. With inflation, I gotta put my dollar in. So, but hey, I'm thankful for each day I wake up above ground. So whatever I go through while I'm up above ground doesn't matter. I'm here.
So I'm always praying for you. I know I ain't close, but if you need anything I can do to help, please call. I ain't nothing but a phone call away.
Oh, I'm good. I just wish these people come on. They move so slow. It's just like evidently y'all don't think it's no rush or nothing, so y'all just taking your time with these spaced out ass appointments. So I hope y'all know what y'all doing.
Yeah. Okay. You got anything else? Or y'all ready to start?
Lock it
Okay.
in.
So before we start, the topics. I just wanted to mention out at least 6 businesses that I have. I'm quite sure Paul might have some extra ones, but these are people because one of the things when we do this show is we give people the opportunity. If you have a small business, no matter where you are, if you send it to us, comment on either any of our posts when we repost it that we're doing the show, we'll mention your business throughout the show, and also post it after. So this is our way of giving back to those one who support us, and two, we want to see your businesses thrive. And a lot of people have had some success during past shows, and met with other people who had businesses and been networking. So the first business, she is always lit. I think one of our biggest supporters, Miss Wendy Cross, owner of Pink Lotus Products. You can if you put Pink Lotus Products in your Google engine, her website will come up. Also, please follow her Facebook page. Pink Lotus, that's PinkLotusProducts. Give her a like, and I can stand by her products. So I've purchased them, I've used them. She sent me samples, and it's great. She has literally everything for like from hand products, body butters, oils, everything. Just go to her page, check her out. It doesn't hurt to visit her page. Give her a little bit of traffic. Second, I have Miss Tiffany. I also stand by her. Now I can stand by them. Definitely them soaps. Beautiful Rivers Natural Oils. You can please follow their Facebook page, check her out. You can see her products. She also posts videos of how she make her products. Everything is handmade. Where she's from. She also ships anywhere that you want. Me living in Baltimore, her being in North Carolina. I'm gonna say both ladies. I got my order quickly. They were very professional. Receipts, everything matched. I have no complaints at all. Tiffany, that orange turmeric soap, life changing. And then we also have my bestie, number 3, Miss Tiffany McKnight, owner of Ambiance Creations LLC. She has a website, which is ambiancecreation.shop. That's AMB as in boy, IAN as in Nancy, C as in cat, ECREATION as in Nancy .shop. Visit her site. Everything is made to order. She sells everything from handmade candles. She has oil. She has wreaths that you can hang on your door. She has body butter. She does special boxes for like male, female. She also does gifts and all kinds of stuff. So, and she also has sales going on throughout the year, different things going on. So please check out her website. And then we have my Monopoly friend and my Facebook friend. Listen, Dee Dee's Delicious Treats. Amazing. So she has an Instagram. You can follow her on Instagram at D as in dog, D as in dog, S as in Sam, D as in dog, ELICROUS. You can see her videos, her pictures. So she also does like holiday treat. I mean not holiday treats. She does treats for like different special occasions, whatever you want, and just ongoing. She also does like decorations for parties, all of that good stuff. Work is amazing. She's very cool, very professional. And I also stand by her and support her. She stayed booked and busy. So please go to her Facebook page and show her some love. Then we also have a former Casual Convo panelist, co-host. We have the real Big Boscoe Productions, who has just released Old Man Energy. He has an album, so you can follow his Facebook page, The Real Boscoe Productions. Also, Boscoe is the person for the intro that you guys see every week. He created that. He made the song, the music, everything, and he's also working on some other stuff for the show. So even though he's not on the panel, he's been a big supporter. Please go follow his Facebook page, The Real Boscoe Productions. The album I really love. It gives you like that jazz meets hip hop, like instrumental type vibe. My review is it's more for like that middle age to older crowd when you just want to like vibe out. If you're like doing something, you chilling, you cleaning, you can just put it on and you can you can really chill to it. If you partake in herbal indulgence, that's also perfect for that as well. So show him some love. Go to the Real Bosco Productions Facebook page. Then we have my bro, not my real bro, but my I call him my Puerto Rican brother because I adopted his mother. Richie Hicks Jr. Sports Podcast on YouTube. Please go like, comment, and subscribe to his YouTube channel. They bring everything from football, basketball, soccer, baseball, anything sports related. They want to talk about it. They have guests. They do everything. Great personalities. Everybody is members of different teams, and it's very informative, but also a fun show. So check them out. Paul, you got anybody?
Nah, I put my nephew up there so he can come on the doggone thing and say something, but he ain't gonna get up there and say nothing. I just know that he got the black bag, which is a clothing store, but the store got flooded out during Halloween. So now he's trying to get everything set up for his website. That's how come I wish he would have came on here so he could tell about the website and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's a whole lot of people that's doing stuff, but hey, they didn't want to comment. Say, hey, you see my page every day. You like what you like. If you don't want to get on there and comment and put your own business out there, who am I? I do what I can. I done bought you this far. I can't make you to the water and make you drink it too.
I agree with that, and I think that's one of the things I think we all kind of agree with is, and then even if you have a business, I look at it like we can know you. Like I know quite a few people that have a business, but if somebody's offering you like promo, take advantage of that. I think the least. I don't think it's much to ask is for you to be your own mouthpiece because you can sell your business better than I could, you could, Paul could, or whoever could. So I just think it will not
That's why
only
I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, that's why I mess with Wendy and Tiffany. Cause see, I met them and they been straight up from day one. And they do good business and they've got awesome personalities to deal with. And they don't mind you out there promoting their business. Other people sit back no matter how much you promote them, they want you to continue promoting them and they don't want to step up and promote themselves. Why not? It's your business, not mine.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
business to promote. The Casual Convo Show. When she asks y'all to put your business out there. Send her because she going to definitely promote y'all. And if you just want her to try your product, you can always, or to for us to know what your product is like, reach out to her because she'll definitely, most definitely, try your shit and give you an honest review on it. So yeah, I know that about her. So yeah, I support this message.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. No, but definitely be your mouthpiece, be your seller. Like, and she's right. I don't mind trying anybody product. As long as y'all ain't doing no crazy stuff, trying to break me out and set me up, I'm good. I'm good. But no, I support everybody. I try to support everybody in any way that I can. But when we do shows like this, we just need you guys to participate. Like, we can know you. Yes. Now, what we do in our outside life, outside of here, but when it comes to a promo, speak that shit loud. Join up and do what you got to do.
DD trees, what kind of trees she make? What kind of trees she make?
A little bit of everything. Everything. Because she does, like for instance, for what was this weekend? Valentine's Day. She had a lot of orders for like baskets, like different things like like the strawberries, the cakes, the cupcakes, and all of that stuff. But she also does decorations, like party decorations. We want to do a private thing and all that, like the setup. And then she also can do like your trees. Like when you go to her Instagram, you will not be disappointed. She has videos, she has like photos and everything like that, and then her contact information. There's also a link. It's really long, so I didn't want to say it and mess it up. So after the video, I'm gonna copy and paste the link she sent me. So it's everything for you to get in contact with her.
Okay.
She's real humble, real down to earth. Like I said, I met her playing Monopoly Go, and we've been like Facebook friends. And I've seen her post her work, and like I said, she's always been like engaging. She's like a people person, and I love people with good customer service, especially when I can stand by. So if I've done business with you, or I've supported your business or anything like that, and you were good to me, and sometimes it's been not even knowing, okay, she might review it. If I go and you post something and I'm like, okay, if I got a couple dollars and I'm gonna buy your stuff, I'm going to definitely say, hey, support this business. You know what I mean? Because why not? And then I get it. I'm not trying to go off topic, but even though we take sponsorships, so that you guys know, if you guys want us to, if you want to be a sponsor for the casual convo, or if you want us to promote your product, we also do that. We can work out something. But even outside of that, what I would say is, I'm not for a fish, but I want to see everybody win. You get what I mean? And I think it's important for us to support each other in that way, not even doing just like doing a show like this, but in our everyday life. Like so many people, that's how we stay afloat and get ahead. Like we always talk about it, but we do it too. And I know Jude also supporting it, but we already know Paul be at the council meeting supporting that. He support the whole community. So it's like, you get what I mean? Like we all stand by, and I can honestly say anybody that's been up here on this show, even people like Wendy has been up here before. Um, Tiffany has been up here before. Hold on, Bosco. Bosco want 5 minutes. Um, they've all been up here. They've been supportive of everybody. They've networked with other people. They've done like amazing work. Like I mean, like they don't know that I know, but they DM people just to help them and give them some advice. And I think that's commendable because most people, especially in our community, we get labeled as we don't want to see each other win. So when you see other Black people supporting and actually reaching out, giving advice or giving words of encouragement, I think that's amazing. Those are people that you want to network with. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give before we get into that, I'm gonna give Bosco a couple minutes to promote his album.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's been a long time. Good
What's
to see
going on?
y'all. What up? Good to see all
Hello.
y'all. Yo,
What
what
up?
up? What up? What up, King Paul? Good to see y'all. Yeah. First of all, and this goes beyond my album. Um, I want to give shout outs to Casual Convo, man. Um, Coco, I love you to death, man. I love all y'all to death, man. Um, if it wasn't for you guys and and Richie and maybe my niece, I would get no support and Q on my album. it took me probably 7 years to put them together, 7 or 8 years, because I had to learn the keys. Because I can't play a guitar, I can't play a keyboard. What I do is I learn how to play what I want to put on my song, and once I got it, I record it and I keep it, and I do that with everything. So if you hear a guitar riff, if you hear whatever, it's a lot of samples too, but I got it to where I can't be sued for my samples. The only thing I can't really play is the Rocky theme I made for the Philadelphia Eagles fans, because it played off the original Rocky song. But again, I appreciate Casual Convo, man. Words can't express how much I appreciate it. When I see you post my stuff, I literally have a tear in my eye, because not even my family has supported me on this thing. And I've given them links. My radio station is shut off because I couldn't even get any support. My own family wouldn't even listen to my station. Every time, oh, what's your station? I told them for a whole year. Not one person listened except for my daughter. Then they said, why you turn your station? I said, I didn't get any support. Well, we tried to support you. And I said, support is like love. You can tell a person you love them all day long, but if you don't show them you love them, they question your love. If they say, I love you, but they beat your ass, they don't love you. They may love you, but they're showing you something different. Now, I'd rather someone show me they love me and don't say shit to me than say it and don't show it. That's one of my favorite songs, is More Than Words by Extreme. But anyway, I appreciate the show. I really do. I just can't catch the Monday show. I can't get used to the Monday show. As for my albums, I have two: Old Man Energy Volume 1, Old Man Energy Volume 2. Volume 1 is hip hop. There's no gangsterism. There's none of that stuff that's polluted hip hop. It's all skills. I have one song that would come close to it, but it basically talks about how guys come into your neighborhood and try to do bad things. And it's more like the brothers are like, no, you're not going to do this in our neighborhood. That's the only song that mentions violence, but there's no violence. The jazz album, Old Man Energy 2, Jazzmatical, that's the one it took me the longest. It took me 3 years to do, because I had to learn how to play different instruments. I had to teach myself some of the violin, teach myself some of the guitar, teach myself some of the keyboard. Still can't read music, but I can play what I make. Both are all available on every platform except Old Man Energy 1 is not available on Spotify. I had issues with them and I pulled the album from Spotify. But they're all there. I have 2 more coming out. It's going to be a while. I have an artist in Japan. I have an artist in England. I have one in New York. And I had one actually in Montana. And he's pretty good. I even got a gay guy. He's good too. He's good. You can hear that song on my artist page, a Real Big Boscoe production. It was fun working with him. He doesn't rap. He's more of a hype man. And I'm not gonna lie, I love that dude. I love him. So the next 2 albums coming out is Babylon America. It's basically speaking about the things that's going on right now. It references Trump, everything going on. And I also have one coming out in April called the Dirtiest Rap Album Ever Made. And it is what the title says. It's the Dirtiest Rap Album Ever Made. It's by the Japanese chick Kimiko Shimizu. I can't pronounce her last name. She's very dirty. But I said I'll do her album for her. But again, you can find them, the Real Big Boscoe Productions. You can Google me. I'm on Instagram, Spotify. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Again, I appreciate all y'all, 4 y'all. Well, all 3 y'all. Damn, I forgot I'm in the window. All 3 of y'all. That's all I got to say. I got to get back to bed. I'm not feeling well. I got the show on. I'll probably fall asleep, but I'll have the show on. Y'all be watching me most of the night probably. So appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Keep up the good work. Keep y'all doing y'all thing, man. I'm going to keep on promoting y'all because it's the best damn podcast on the planet. It ain't about no bullshit. Y'all keep it real real as real can get. And that's the way I promote y'all. Y'all keep it real. So y'all, I salute y'all.
Thank
You know what I'm
you.
trying to say.
Yeah.
It's y'all.
I'll check on
Huh?
you tomorrow.
Love you
Yeah.
too, bro.
Feel
But I
better.
have the show on. I'll have the show on, so don't be talking no shit about me. All right, I'll be listening.
Oh, before you go,
Love you,
I
love
want
you
to
too,
say,
bro.
I just want to say one thing. Thank you for the watch party. Nobody has ever done that,
Oh
and
yeah,
you know that. So thank
it
you for
was fun
hosting.
too.
Thank
It
you
was.
for
It,
hosting
it,
the
it,
watch party at your college. I
hey,
appreciate everybody. And for those
mm.
who don't know, we got some likes and some subscribers off of that watch party. So I want
Hey,
to say
let me tell you, they had some fun. They had to kick out of y'all. They said they crazy. I said, yeah, they are. I said, I said, I said they all got something wrong with them. I said, but that's what makes them who they are.
and thank you for the intro. I really love it. I think it
I
really
got
is
you
really
more coming, so y'all can take your little breaks. So don't worry about it. I got y'all. So yeah, it's all good. You know me. What's mine is yours, man. You know what I mean?
thank you.
Because you the first one to put me on, I guess, on TV. So I'm always I'm always forever in debt. So, but yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a good night, good show. I'm watching y'all until I fall asleep. Y'all be watching me till 10 o'clock, but at least you know I'll be there.
All
All right,
right,
y'all.
thank you, bro.
Peace.
Love you too, bro.
Love
Peace.
y'all.
Later. Well, that was Big Boscoe Productions. Go follow his Facebook page and also go on Spotify, Apple Music, any musical platforms, and check out his album. I actually really like both volumes. Volume 1 and Volume 2 of Old Man Energy is out. Again, he also did the complete intro. I had nothing to do with it. I think he really nailed the premise of what we do in and out image. So I really like that. But anybody got anything before we go on to the first topic?
No.
Paul, stop. Paul, don't you smoke nothing else. All right. So, okay, the first one is I know we're talking about business, and I love everybody who shout out your business. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna shout your business out again after these topics. So, my first thing is and I know we talked about it before, but I think some things may have changed since then. Is why do you think people decide to start their own business?
Because people tired of working for the corporate world. Or people don't want to, like people feel as though, like it's too much to, they don't want everybody tired of working. But they don't understand like it's hella work to put into, you know, owning a business. That take a lot of hard work and dedication just as much as working. But a lot of people don't want to, work for somebody. A lot of people had an idea and they, see a vision, they want to go forth and do it. You know.
This is off
That
topic.
would
I
be
was
my answer too.
because it be moving when you move
What?
your hair.
I know.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Paul.
This
My bad.
this one this was a little stiff. I got another one to be like
I said that would be my answer too because they don't want to work for somebody else. Why you want to keep working and busting your ass for somebody else when you can work and bust your ass for yourself?
mm-hmm.
Oh shit! All you gotta
I
do is just have to get up and go to go ahead to get up and go that you can give to somebody else for their business. You can get that same get up and go for your own business. If you got something that you really want to get into that's your business, go ahead and go for it. Put that same energy into that and go for it. But yeah, that working. I'm glad I'm through with that working. Period. Lord, thank you, Lord. I made it through because I done had some hella jobs going up. I'm gonna tell you, hella jobs, a roadmap of job.
agree with both
But
of
yeah,
y'all. I agree with both of y'all, but I'm gonna also add. I also think it gives people the creative freedom. Like even working for corporate America or working under somebody else or working with somebody else, you're limited to your creativeness that you can provide. Because most people they want to do things how they want to do things, and you pretty much got to follow suit. Whereas though when you have your own, your creative mind, whether it comes to like marketing, sales, whatever you want to do for your business, is your own. You can make it your own. It's your product is you. So I think that that's like another thing. And then we've talked about this particular topic before, but we've never mentioned it with business. It's the work life balance, because some people go into business because when you work like a 9 to 5, which most of us do, it consumes a lot of your time. But you're giving that and you're making somebody else rich, so to speak. Whereas though you can kind of control your own hours when you work for yourself, and then it's like you can balance like whether your family life, if you're a mom, whatever, you can pretty much coordinate that how you want, even though predominantly most of your time is in your business. But at the same time, you have more autonomy over your schedule, and you can pretty much balance it a little bit more. What do you think, Paul?
I think that still equates you just tired of working for somebody else and go ahead and go out for yourself. If you can do it, shit. That's as far as business. But I mean, even if you okay, like if you in the corporate world or whatever like that, then you still, you still basically busting your ass still to do for yourself still. But I don't know how you can climb up into that corporate world. How do you want to climb up into that corporate world? Or do you just want to be satisfied in where you at in that corporate world? I mean, I don't know because I never did get into the corporate world. I was always into hard labor until I started learning about cooking or wanting to really go far with cooking. Then went to culinary school and all that stuff. But it was always hard labor.
Yeah, now having a skill and being able to utilize your skill, like for yourself and or for, like doing hard labor. Like that's a different, it's kind of same as working for corporate, but a lot of people just don't. Instead of, somebody working for a construction company, they rather own the construction company, have their own. You feel me? Instead of somebody working for the moving company, they would rather start their own moving company. Now we do hauling, but now you got 10 companies that do hauling in the same area. Like I don't disagree with that because y'all know I'm part Asian, and in the Asian culture, they believe in it don't matter how many people do a task. Everybody, the goal is to master the task, master the skill. You're supposed to master it, be the best at the skill, be the best at your generation and whatever skill that is. Like they have cooked and they got like first generation, second generation, and certain people are skilled only to cut this kind of fish. You feel me? So if you are in construction and there's 10 construction groups around.
But hold on, we're not going to ignore the fact that you said that with a straight face and kept going like it was factual.
Well, I'm part Asian. I am, girl.
No, but did you, Paul? Did you peep how she said that and kept on going like it was? I'm gonna let
I
her
mean, I wasn't gonna say nothing. I mean, I heard that come in there, and I knew about the.
How you gonna
but
tell me
she
what I
continued
am?
with her statement like, "Oh my god," like that because you know.
How you gonna tell me what I am? Because I want to be Asian. I'm black. I'm black all day, but I'm Malaysian. I'm telling you, I know I am.
You're done.
Okay, all right. I will go on mute. I will go on mute.
Don't do
No, but
that.
I do agree. I do agree with that. Like even um with doing this, I think there's also a sense of accomplishment, so to speak. Like you can feel okay about the work you do. Like for me, the work I do, I love what I do. I like, it's rewarding in a way because I like helping people. But there's a different self reward. There's a different self accomplishment that you get when you create something that's your baby, you know, and especially if other people love it. The other part I ain't gonna get into because it's coming up in the topic, and I don't want to jump the gun. But I do agree that sometimes when it's yours, it's different. That's yours. You can capitalize off of that, and nobody can take that from you unless you just fold. You know what I mean? So I definitely agree with you in that aspect.
I'm sorry, my sister was calling me. She was calling me. Hold up. Sorry. Yeah, girl, because it's Paul time though. It's Paul. I'm going back on mute.
Well, you done threw me under the bus. I mean, I don't. Like I said, if you put in the time that you can put into somebody else and put that same time into yourself, then go ahead and do your thing. I don't care where you at. I was saying before about the corporate, but if you're in the corporate world, shit, you still can move up. If they don't, even if they don't want you to, you still can. You got the skills.
Yeah, man. Don't nobody be having time to keep fighting with them motherfuckers every goddamn day. Any type of job, because I've been doing, I used to do, in my opinion, like semi labor. It wasn't hard labor. I'm gonna give it a whole new
It's
category.
simple.
Where you did so you was kind of active, but you ain't had to do too much. And then
Okay.
I did like non-manual labor, and I feel like physically it took more of a different toll on my body than I'm used to as I'm getting older. So I don't like it. So as I'm getting more skillful back into my skills and shit that I was like, yeah, I don't want to do all that. I don't want to kind of do too much hard manual. I don't work out. I would never work outside in the weather. I'm not that kind of girl. Like when it's too hot, I get hot. When it's too cold, I get cold. I'm calling out. But like for the most part, like I like to build like shit. I don't know. I like to do shit like that. But now I got a bad knee and I can't get down on the ground. Like you get old. So all I'm saying is why you young, do all this shit. I understand why, like now people start their business because by the time you make your mind up, you got shit like your knee hurting. You can't get down on the ground as fast as you used to. You gotta go to physical therapy.
What?
You gotta go to physical therapy because your knees is bad.
I don't even know how we got here.
Because I was thinking like that's why people start a business because you want to do what you want to do. You want to, instead of settling for a job, you want to actually like do what you love. You want to settle out and like, all right, if you're gonna go hard for something, go hard for what you actually enjoy. I'm getting like I was like 35 when I started realizing like maybe this ain't what I want to do for the rest of my life. And I start making plans towards that. Absolute got in the way and all that, And the older you get, the more you got gaps like this when you're younger to let shit like come in like for mistakes. But the older you get, the gaps get narrow. You don't got room for that shit no more. You gotta make more logical decisions. You gotta be, strict with yourself. You're supposed to be strict with yourself when you're young, but the older you get, like you guys, it take more dedication, man. And older people be set in their ways. I got some ways, and other people got ways. You feel me? I'm just saying, man. Don't nobody be wanting to go to work and to deal with some of the shit they gotta deal with in today's age. That's why they opening their own businesses now.
Well, if you got a whole lot of people in one area that's saturated with the same work, then you better make sure you the damn best at what you're doing. Cause I'm gonna tell you what, you're gonna have people trying to undercut you, whatever. They're gonna be talking bad about, well, you don't wanna fuck with them, or they charge too much and all that shit. So you better make sure that you're the best at what you do if you're gonna have a whole lot of people in the same area doing the same thing. So 10, there's 10 of somebody in the same community doing what I'm doing, then they gonna have to prove that they the best. There's 10 people driving trucks, dump trucks. and I'm doing the dump truck drive myself, and they're going to prove that they the best in order to go ahead and knock me out of
Right.
business. So I mean, you better be on your shit. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
But see, around here we don't have to worry about that because see, they don't even give the people a chance to prove that they're the best because they keep the black people shut out from being downtown. That's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to get these people to see. There's no reason for us not to be back downtown with y'all's business back downtown. There's none of y'all downtown now with no business. All we got is these damn food trucks, and then we got the place down there on Muffin and stuff like that. I'm saying, but nothing downtown where all the visitors come. They had a damn concert for 4 days up here. This song gun came on a Tuesday and Wednesday night, took off Thursday night, then had 2 more nights on Friday and Saturday night, sold out 4 shows. Billy Strings, I said, I ain't never even heard of this song gun. And I mean, he sold out all 4 nights. I don't know what the sellout was, maybe 2,000-3,000, I don't know. But 4 nights of being sold out, and there's all that money coming into downtown down here. All this damn money, and they talking about we gonna include y'all. How you gonna include us? Y'all are excluding us. So yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
You actually took us into. I agree with everything you said, but you're taking us into our next topic, which is what to do before starting a business. So I guess to transition into that, I'm gonna piggyback on what you said, like when it's overly saturated. A lot of people are under the impression of if like okay, let's say if Drew sells shirts, Drew could make a killing off of selling her shirts, right? All I see is Drew making money. So now I'm gonna sell shirts too. I think people like to follow somebody else if they see somebody else is successful in what they're doing, but they don't know what that person had to do to get to that point. And I think the
Yeah.
saturation comes in everybody tries to do the same thing one without a different uniqueness because most people we can have the same skill set. For instance, let's just take art. Jude is a beast when it went with the paintbrush, but we have two totally completely different styles. I cannot imitate her, where somebody else may try to do exactly what Jude do, but you don't have that uniqueness that's going to make it a Jude piece. And a lot of times we try to follow what somebody else doing because a lot of people want to get in business thinking that it's a quick buck, not knowing no, you really got to put in some work. So one of the things that people should do before they start a business, a lot of people don't understand a lot of people with successful businesses have a business plan before they even do anything.
Yeah, research.
Exactly. So I want you guys to elaborate a little bit more. So what I have under this is you hit it on the nose is do your research, market plan, secure funding, understand legal procedures for your business. I'm gonna go on to that one too. And and I think I had one more under that one. And knowing who your audience and consumer base is that you want to reach. So before you see somebody else that's successful doing what they want to do, whether they're an influencer or anything like that,
Let your monkey ass down. I'm sorry.
they put a plan in place. And that's one thing that a lot of people don't understand. They get into these markets or these lanes and don't really know what they require or what it indulges in. So you can see someone else with success. You don't know if it was a slow roll, immediate roll. All you know is they had a couple of dollars. But when you get into it, you might take all your money. And I'm gonna buy a bunch of shirts wholesale. I'm gonna put something on there. Them shirts could be cheap. It could be whatever. Yeah, and it just don't work. But before I go further, I'm gonna let I'm gonna let y'all go.
I think Jude had a problem with something on the side.
She
But yeah,
just
the
dogs.
first thing, like you say, the first thing you need to do is research. That is your first thing. Research what you want to get into. If you're going to get into a business, you know what you want to go get into. Research it. Okay? You got to have your plan. You got to have a market plan. You got to have a business plan. So you just can't come and say, well, I want to do this and I want to do it like that, blah, blah, blah. And can you do this? Can you help me? Blah, blah, blah. You don't have no business plan, no mapped out of what you want to do, no marketing plan for yourself. That's going to knock you out the door right there already. Okay, then you got to look at your location. Your location, your location, your location. Like you said, you gotta know your audience. But your location is the most important thing that you can do once you do get out. Once you do your research and map out your business plan, all that stuff, you gotta make sure you're in the right location for what you want to do. There's no need of putting yourself in uh, the white suburbs and you really want to sell soul food. I was gonna say something else, but soul food, because in the white suburbs, these people don't think much for some eating black food, soul food. I should say soul food, because there's not no soul food places around here. Just that
Which
one
is
soul food place.
crazy.
One
That's
soul food.
crazy.
I keep coming back to that because everything keeps drawing my attention back to that. I keep thinking about how it is right downtown here, and I see this shit, and it just pisses me off.
It's
Because, like I said, once they ran the black people off the block up here, they haven't been able to get back downtown since with the business, making all that money. They seen it, they heard him got it. But that's another thing. But yeah, your location, your audience, and are you gonna be able to? You gonna look at the pluses, saying, well, counting on how much money you're gonna make and all that stuff, but you gotta look at the negative too. It might come a time when you're not making no money. Shit like the shutdown when the flood came through and shit was shut down for a minute or two. So there could be times when you ain't making no money. What you gonna do then? So you gotta make sure that you are huh, totally invested in what you want to get invested in.
Mhm.
God damn it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to put on the jacket. There's holes in there. My arm going through the jacket. I'm cold, y'all. It's cold in here.
I
You,
thought
you,
you, I thought you was talking to your dog.
oh, I was at first because he had some stuff going on. He was over there fighting the cover and huffing and stuff. I didn't know what the heck was going on. Y'all was talking. That's why I turned around like, "Don't sit your monkey ass down." Something wrong with him. Every time we get on this thing, they come in here and just be doing the most. Y'all ain't hear Rocket Hack on it? My dog getting nose. She getting nose, so she got this like permanent cough. And say
And
like
doing
every
business
time she come in here and just get the like be like, go to her.
and and doing your own business as well, though. You got, like I said, it's work. Like I said, you got, if you're gonna bust your butt for somebody else to make them a whole lot of money and be happy with that, then you go ahead and stay there. Cause you could, if
Yeah,
you gonna bust your ass for them, you can bust your ass for yourself for your own business. That means you gotta be ready to work for it. You
yeah,
just can't think it's gonna come to you because, hey, I'm starting a business, blah blah blah. Okay, I got a business, blah blah blah. Okay, but what? I mean, that's it. So you got, I mean, you got to promote yourself. You got to believe in yourself. I mean, all that. I mean, all of that.
Some people really think it's that easy though. But even when it comes to the, let me see if am I jumping the gun? Oh no.
It's
Even
not
when it
easy.
comes to the research, the one thing is I think both of y'all nailed it on the head is it has to be your own unique something that can say this is you, right? So even with that, when you're doing your research, you got to look at what is your competition doing. Who is most successful? What are the trends? But is it something that's seasonal? Is it something that's it may peak, but then it may have a dry spell. So a part of that research and also like competitive competition analysis is to see what is the competition doing. Is there similar styles? How can you be different? Whereas though I'm not saying take their consumers, but you want to bring people in. Whereas though I'm still you over here, but I like what's going on over here too. So you kind of want to put yourself in a position where as though you stand out as much as you can, but you're still staying true to you. Then also within that business plan, while you're trying to reach your consumer base, I think it's important to know what type of consumers you're doing. Are you going for a younger audience? Are you going for an older audience? Are you going for a more modernized or alternative different things? Who do you want to appeal to? Because some people think if I put something out there, everybody just won't come. That's not freaking true. I'm gonna give an example. When the show came to fruition, the one thing I did was I knew I didn't want to do reviews, gossip, and things like that, because everybody was doing that. When we talk about saturation, that's what that was. The one thing I said was, we don't have a lot of us speaking for us on whatever is going on in this world. You always have like a celebrity, a politician, or someone that's not walking the everyday life of the average American speaking, trying to speak our voice. You can't, because you don't resonate with that. So what I wanted was something that was organic, but that was standing out, but something that I could also be proud of and want to see. Even I wasn't looking for, hopefully we do get to 1 million, but I knew it wasn't going to appeal to everybody, because we're not like messy. You're not preying on nobody's downfall. You're not doing all of that. That's not what I wanted. Even though we have our moments, we have raw times or whatever, but that's how we do. When we talk to each other, that's what I wanted to portray. This is how it might go. It might go off a little bit. It might get a little janky. We might have a huge disagreement. We might just kiki. That may be it. But the one thing I always wanted to do was be like respectful. That stands out amongst everybody else. When you see most podcasts, everybody doing the same thing. Same thing. Same thing. It's usually gossip, hot topics, who doing what, or somebody reviewing a reality show or something like that. But nobody really points to the issues. So for me, that was a standout, right? Then you have the marketing plan. How do you want to market it? Is there a certain platform you want? How would you utilize social media? Everybody on social media. What can you do to make yours stand out? I ain't still mastered it yet, but I'm getting there. But look, so, but what I will say is, all of that goes into your business plan, your uniqueness, seeing how competitive the market is, and how can you stand out. But a lot of people don't understand, when you have a business, it's not just gonna start off and you're gonna make hella fucking money. Some lanes are slow roll, some lanes may be faster, whatever. Some lanes may be based on who you can network with or who you can partner with. So it's important to know what you're getting into before you do it. And then I'm gonna make this one quick before I go to Jude. Securing funding. A lot of people, when they get into business, the first thing they do, I ain't got work no 9 to 5. A lot of people 9 to 5 support their business. So don't be quick to do like this until you know you have a secure plan and your business is definitely not in the red and the black, and then you have that money where it's spendable, and then you have, what you can do to move it forward. So it's important to know, or if you want to secure a loan or something like that, what does that look like for you? It's a lot of things that go into the research. I would thoroughly tell everybody to thoroughly do your homework, know what you're getting into, and making sure it's what you want to do, not because of what you saw somebody else do and you thought it was cool, or you thought people was going to like you and it was going to get you all of these things. I agree with Jude and Paul. It has to be what you want, your passion, something that you can stick behind and stick through even during the downtimes.
And see, before you move on to something else, because I just heard you say securing the funding. That's another thing around here. These people, these banks and shit, they will not loan black people money to get into these damn buildings downtown. They loan the money to Pedro and I Wong and all them and shit, but they won't loan the damn money to black people that are right here in natives. That's why they don't have no black restaurants downtown, because they want to charge you arm and a damn leg to damn lease a building. Why? The building's like sitting here empty because the shit y'all keep putting up in here is failing. Y'all want to keep us shut out rather than including us in shit, bring more business downtown. If y'all got black business downtown, that's going to bring more money for all y'all's other dumb asses. All y'all down with the same damn thing. Different black business down through here, restaurants and shit, going to bring business down here, because we do have black tourists come to the damn town. And there's nothing that's entertaining to them downtown that's soulful. So I'm saying, securing the funding. If you got the money, if you can get the money up yourself, you gotta have money that can cover you ahead and behind. Like I said, you gotta have money on both ends. If you want to attempt to go ahead and try to get your building, and you see how you got to go about getting the building, you're gonna have to make sure you got the money to have the building and the money up front for the business that you're gonna have it up there to ahead of that, and the money to fall back on too when the business not doing right. But I'm gonna tell you what, if they let a black restaurant come downtown, I guarantee they'll strike a damn gold mine for all these dumbasses.
No,
Soul food.
alongside research though, like you gotta like yeah, the research is one of the key important parts. Mastering your skill, doing something that you love, but you gotta get out and you gotta support other people that do the same thing that you do. Like you gotta play the field that you want to go into. You don't necessarily gotta surround yourself with them type of people, but those are also the kind of people that while you pushing their stuff, they'll push your stuff. And and on a client base, if a client like you, your stuff like I make bracelets. When honestly, I make a certain type. I my type of style of creation is I don't want to necessarily be in production. I'm all about uniqueness. So when you making things, I like to make one of a kind pieces. I know there's a jeweler, a guy who call make like these kind of necklace pieces. They are beautiful and they are not as expensive. They're pretty reasonable for something handmade. But people are on like a 3-year wait list for a necklace, like so if your product is good enough, you'll get the support, for the stuff. And if it's, it can be something simple, you feel me? And the passion behind it. People believe you believe in your craft or your business or whatever, the customer will too. And people will come back because they love your work. And it showed dedication. Yeah, the securing the funding thing, a lot of people depend on banks and things like that. We kind of, as Black people, got this get rich fast thing, and everybody don't understand that one thing they expect with starting a business is failure. Hit that a lot sometimes, especially with having a small business. You gotta understand that like failure is inevitable. Look at what happened to the big companies. You feel me? Here in Baltimore, we losing so many businesses, shutting down, closing down things, stuff that been here forever. Economies change, cities change, crime, all that stuff. So when we thinking about society, you gotta understand that at any given time, that business that you pulled your heart out into can fail one day. The job you working for can fail. Failure is inevitable. But the thing is, just be great. Make sure that if you are going into business, that's something that you want to do, because it do take, like Paul said, a lot of time, more time, in my opinion, than a 9 to 5. I can work this 9 to 5, but if I have a single, order to do at times, sometimes that order can take like a week, and I got to dedicate 8 hours a day. I get 2 days off, you feel me? But I am dedicating 12 hours to my own business, you feel me? That's dedication. You going to sleep, going to work, doing my job, you feel me? But coming home and I gotta bust this out. It takes dedication. You can't give up on it. And you're gonna fail sometimes. Not everybody fail. Some people do. But hey, when you win, even if it's a small win, that's something I wanted to say when y'all say. Celebrate your small wins too. Don't only celebrate the big ones. It make you appreciate the bigger ones later. But man, celebrate. Man, if you sell but 2 fucking bottled waters that day, I'm using the 2 bottled waters that day. Be happy that you fucking sold 2 bottled waters, because you could have sold none. A win is a win. Tomorrow, try to sell 4. That's just how I look at it. You feel me? Come up with a different strategy. You got that motherfucking swing the bottle of water. I mean, I'm just saying. It's research is important, but support, dedication, and not necessarily dependent on, understand that you are going to make a little bit of money. You going to spend more money and make a little bit of money in the beginning before you make more money and have to, but you always going to spend money. That part don't stop. You always got to buy material, you always got to invest. If you got a big business, you got to pay people. You got to put in the work regardless. You either doing the work or you giving out the work and people getting on your nerves. It's all gonna get on your nerves.
I'm telling you, I be checking out some good people here that's doing some hell of a work. I'm telling you, man, it saddens me that they can't get a business downtown here. It saddens me that they won't show up to come out and say, yeah, we want us a building downtown. Put us in the business downtown.
So the citizens the citizens together can't petition for like a building.
I'm gonna add something.
Them state laws be different.
And it's not even just small businesses, because even I can't say without saying, because I don't want to. There are some organizations that also have difficulties getting buildings and properties, especially if it's meant for a certain population of people. I can say that safely. A lot of times, local laws are really not for the people to help them. It's for them to gain their money and do whatever. I mean, we spoke about that a lot up here. It's not just small businesses. And I can say that confidently. There's some organizations, when they go for buildings, to not only expand their organization, but to help vulnerable populations or to give back to their communities, they get a lot of pushback too. So it's all about the agenda. So I definitely agree with you on that. But I think, especially nowadays, most smaller businesses, they have an issue because, one, I guess I'm gonna just go into some of the issues that we, like, small businesses, entrepreneurs have, no matter what walk of life you come. A lot of people go into these rooms and don't have a plan. They don't have what the benefit of it being in that building. Some people think if I go there, and even if I got the money, I can put this money up and they're going to give it to me. A lot of people want to know if we're going to have you in this building because you got to pay to be in the building, but they also want to see the return and longevity of what you want to do in this building. That's why a lot of times your portfolio, your business plan, whatever you have, and also understanding the legal processes of getting these storefronts and things like that. But also, when it comes to location, will your business thrive in the storefront, as we can see with the economy, or can you be more successful online? Because what we're noticing in today's time, especially for small businesses, a lot of people are closing their storefronts and just going online only because they get more traffic and they can reach a wider network of people. So
And
even with the
people stealing, people going in the stores and
right,
stealing.
and even with the food, I see reels every day, and I get to watching them, the reels, people who selling food, which goes into the food trucks is not a bad idea, and they make really good money, and you can travel with that. But at the same time, a lot of people who make food, they post a reel, they post it. Do you know how many people will travel just to try your food? Because I know some of these things I see, I be like, oh, what they say they in Alabama? Oh, what they in Texas? I want to go to Texas because I want to go to this place because I seen your food online, and now you done reached a wider audience. So I also think part of the research is to see, is it more conducive and more financially no, is it more profitable to get this store from where I have to, one, come up with the money and I gotta pay this every month, no matter how my business do, I still gotta make sure I got this storefront. Or do I go online, save the money that I could have put in a storefront every month, put this money into my business and capitalize? So I think it's all about what you want to do with your business and which way you wanna go.
Well, the only time that you're gonna see a food truck downtown here is gonna be an event like a festival or something like that. But otherwise, they don't want the food trucks downtown taking business away from these little swanky ass restaurants. I hate to say it, but that's what it is. They don't want them food trucks, them soul food trucks downtown taking money away from these little swanky ass restaurants. But y'all also don't want the damn black restaurants coming down here also putting these little swanky ass restaurants out of business neither. It's a thing down here. It's a thing.
And I think that's also the beauty of when you said like location, like you're down south, you're in North Carolina, Jude and I are in Baltimore. So the dynamics, one of local business and having a so it's a lot different. And when we talk to you, we pick up on that, and it kind of takes us out of our immediate community and see like some of the challenges that you face there, which again maybe okay, do some research and see okay, I can be competitive and get what I want here. What could be my plan B or plan C? One thing that I like to tell people is don't yes, you have a plan, but also come up with a backup plan. In case that don't work, you have something. You I don't care if you got to do a plan A through Z. Do that, especially when it comes to something that you want to be successful. And like Jude said, and I will reiterate it, is celebrate your small wins. Everybody want to see the big wins, the big money. I mean, everybody want to see that. But when you have a small win, and I can only relate like the show, even when I was selling paintings, I never thought anybody would want to purchase a painting of mine. And Jude to tell you that first, and it wasn't, and truthfully, and I also told Boscoe this, your biggest support usually comes from outside of your community, outside your circle. So how Boscoe said, like his family doesn't support, these things like that. A lot of times those be the ones, a lot of people that's closest to you prey on your downfall. But you get the most love from people that's not outside of that, which is okay. You know what I mean? I think it's better. But the small one that I think I never forget. I posted a painting, and somebody didn't even know, never talked to, whatever, was like, "How much?" What? I had to do my homework. Hold up, ain't nobody never asked me that before, and they was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to buy it. Do you ship?" And I reached out to another artist, which is networking, because I didn't know, but I know this person was an artist, and they sold, mind you, I never reached out to nobody before, but I'm like, I don't know what to do. But I was excited that somebody saw my artwork and wanted to hang it in their home. So that person actually gave me some great advice and this and there. And I had sold my first painting. So my first painting, not only did I sell it, it was my first painting I had to ship to the other side of the United States. So that was like great. So definitely celebrate your small wins, no matter what they may be. Now, my first two paintings that I sold, because this particular artist started like reaching out to me, like, how did it go? Da, 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 da. And then next thing I know, and they was like, well, how much did you let it go for? And I was just fucking around with it. It might nothing. I let it go for a really low price. And the first thing they told me, that's when I learned, hell no, you never lowball yourself. Because one is your craft, it's your creation, because they have something that's yours in there. You took product, you took time, you put all of these things. So even like what my friends and people I associate with, when we having these conversations and we talking about like pricing, shipping, no, you include your time, material, products, whatever it is that you use, shipping and handling, all of that goes in. Never lowball yourself for something that somebody is going to get, and you don't know what that might be worth later down the line. So it's always, you got to value your creation and also value your business. And we're going to get into pricing in a second, but y'all want to elaborate on that?
No, I'm ready for pricing because my cousin had me dead about it when what it was talking about.
I look at it like I look at it as pricing, because we were talking about when you mentioned like small wins in your business. And I think a lot of people, entrepreneurs, they look at it like, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. Again, what I can relate to is when I sold paintings and the show. Would I like to see bigger numbers? Yes. But when I know when I'm on hand radio, the weeks that I'm on hand radio and then I'm doing this, I know those numbers are triple. The most support, and I will say it again, I don't care, from my experience, it doesn't come from your immediate people. It comes from people who don't know you. And they will be your biggest supporters, your biggest cheerleaders. So what people may see may not be what it is. People will check for you and pray on your downfall and won't support you, but they'll keep watching because they want she ain't knowing that. But what I will say is whether it come from sponsorships, and then you never know, somebody might just be like, oh, I see you doing this, I just want to donate something to you, whether it's a Cash App or a Zelle, whatever, right? That's a small win. Celebrate that. So when you
Yeah.
get those, you look at it like, oh, I'm reaching some people, but then you want to be competitive in your pricing. I'm not going to say go all out and you just went out to the corner store and bought a $5 T-shirt and you just put two letters on it, and then you want to sell it for $3,000 like Louis Vuitton. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. We gotta be reasonable in our pricing, but also stick to what we do. You want to make profit, but then you also the thing is you want to, especially when you're starting off, you want to lure people in. You if your marketing is not right, and I'm learning about marketing. If anybody been supporting the show, with some people have reached out to me and said they love the new look as to what the changes we made as far as like our thumbnails, how we promote it. Those changes mean a lot, but that shit costs money too. So you got to be willing to put out, and then sometimes, like you said, you may put out hella more money than what you bring in, but that's just the price you pay to be in business for yourself. And I learned that the hard way and still learning it. But you also got to understand the trends of when does this business flourish and when does it come out of the red. Honestly, most podcasters won't tell you. It be years before you even see a profit. But you're constantly spending money, whether it's in equipment, platform, marketing, um, StreamYard, Restring, whatever you use to push your product, that shit is going to cost you. You may not make a dime unless people who part get money off of sponsorships. So when we do this, ain't no money coming in, but we're doing this to show love, and I think that's where people get it twisted. And a lot of times in our communities, we want to lowball the people who we think we know, or the people who I ain't saying we up here down there, but you want something for nothing, but that's still that person's business. In order to be an entrepreneur, you want people to respect your business. You also have to respect other entrepreneurs. And I'm gonna let y'all go.
Oh, pricing. First, wait, before I say something about pricing, my small one, right? I remember I don't really do I am horrible at um promoting myself, especially my one I don't like with the AI world. I ain't really big now on putting certain things on certain pieces that I feel like that I personally like created. I don't want it recreated in somebody else's image because a lot of people have been taking other people's stuff and putting it. And to be honest, I know I am on a different level of art than some of the greats that are out there, because some motherfuckers be doing some shit, but I have my own style, and I just, it means a lot to me. I don't just paint for fun or paint to make money. I have given paintings away. I've given, some bracelets away. But I put my like personal own creative touch into it. And the more I advance and teach myself how to do stuff, I love the craft itself. So hopefully one day it'll get to, the level where I want it. Anyway, my first like small win in my opinion, because I only sold one painting that day, and I really didn't expect it. One thing about me, like if somebody asks me to show, like if I'm going to show some, like can I show some stuff or like show my art, I'll even show unfinished work. Like I'll show unfinished work. I'll like show that to show you like this is what I'm working on. I don't know when it's gonna be done. Huh?
Can I say one thing?
What?
This is for you. That wasn't your. Well, I looked at it as a big one. I For you to say you don't market yourself, I call bullshit. I'm gonna tell you why. I've seen you in action. I've seen you where people, you not only, it was an event. It was actually a ham, shout out to ham radio. It was a ham radio event. I said, Jude, you gonna sell some pants. We set Jude up, her artwork, beautiful. Everybody was completely, the art itself brought people in. I had to go because Jude was busy buying stuff from every other vendor, right? I'm like, where the fuck is she at? Like,
I left
so
them at I left them at the table.
me and Gerald had you though. So we was like, but everybody wanted to
Yes.
meet artists, not knowing they had already encountered you. So when we pull her back, literally had to pull her away from other people. She like, no, Coco, you gotta meet this person. I'm gonna meet them in a minute, but we gotta get you over here because they interested, but they wanna, and they had so many questions. The way she talked about her art, and people would look at me, and I'm looking at them, and they like, I just want to see her make it. This gonna be worth $1 million, and like this is what people in that event. This is how they was talking about your work. One, off of your interaction, which goes back into you are your mouthpiece. So don't say you can't market it.
Oh
One,
wait,
you have
yeah, wait, no, see, that's what I was getting into.
so
Like
where
I
you sold more than one. You sold quite a few. Where
yeah,
she had kids. No,
no,
let me
yeah.
pop your shit for you. You had kids. Literally, I'm talking about 5 and 6 year olds that wanted her paintings because they wanted it in their room.
Yeah,
Do you know how powerful that is?
yeah,
And
that
this is
did
from
make me
a
feel
person who
good.
paints. So when people look at your stuff and when you see people hang it up, and you and I talked about this, because even I have, like, I ain't nobody gonna buy this. The ones that you think nobody's gonna want, those be the ones that sell. And I
That's
said, and I watched you sell. So don't say you don't know how to
no.
market yourself. Baby, you did.
Listen. All right, let me fix my words right. I'm not a social media marketer. I do not do very well with marketing my stuff on social media because I feel like you kind of get the wrong impression. You can get like a idea of who the person is, but like to actually come to an event and meet me, we're gonna have a ball. We are going to have a great time, and I'm probably gonna talk you into buying something of mine because I'm gonna tell you about wherever you like Coco said, I'm gonna tell you about wherever. We'll tell you about why I did it, where I felt like doing it, we're gonna go down a journey. One guy painted a picture. It was one of my favorite. I never had any intentions on selling this painting because it was my first time trying to do it. It was this lady with the big head. It was actually a white woman, and I changed it to a black woman with a bigger, like a fat nose like mine, and gave her like a bush and gave her like a checkerboard background. The picture on my business page. It's an old picture. But the guy, he said it looked like his mother. And so he bought it, and I was like, okay, but that wasn't the painting. The one painting that I told you. So I had this half painting at my property. We had like this like block day, and if you lived around here, you can kind of, if you was crafty, you can bring your craft out. I live in the art district, so you had like some stuff. So me and my aunt make clothes, and I paint, and so I put some stuff out. And I just wasn't selling anything that day. You know what I sold? Snowballs. Because I also was making snowballs. Your girl's a hustler. So this guy was just walking by. He had just went and bought like something else from somewhere else. He was just walking by looking at other stuff, and he walked past me twice. And he came back, and I had like this painting. It was like it was like a two-part that I had taped together, and I wasn't finished. I was like learning how to paint at the time, and I just like kept painting different colors, different type of ways. Like I'm big on texture. I was touching it, scalpel all the stuff, letting it dry for a couple of days, and going back and putting more stuff in, and it was pretty. But I had every intention on. That was when I was first going to start my nude paintings. I had every intention on painting a nude body over top of the background. Well, the guy came up the street And he asked me about the painting, and I told him that. I said, "Well, I'm getting ready to add something to it. I'm trying to practice this new style." And I told him about my art and other stuff, and he liked like a few of the pieces, but he wanted to buy that 2 piece in particular. And I was like, "Well, it's not finished." And I was like, he was like, "Yeah, I don't care." He's like, "Well, how much would you sell it for?" And I'm not gonna lie, I gave him a price, and I didn't think he was gonna pay it. He paid that and he tipped me. But that's not I've sold like a lot of like half finished paint. I had one on the wall and a friend came in and she saw it and I was in the middle of paint. I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna finish it probably like in the next couple of weeks." She's like, "Well, how much would you sell it to me for now?" She bought it. My neighbor was moving. She came in. I had a paint and it was like kind of half naked body, half like something because I had messed up and I was like kind of fixing it. She bought it. At that same event, I was practicing with my textures on a different face. So I did like different shades of black women with different color hairs, one with braids, one with this. Some man came by and said it reminded him of his daughters, and he bought it. I was like, "It's not finished." But them little girls, that highlight there, man, I had was practicing the actual painting that they wanted. I was practicing for my goddaughter paint night, and it was just nothing but this little girl with a pink shirt and a crown and a bush. And I had painted probably like 12 of them paintings practicing for her to make sure I got it right and that I could teach, timing myself so I can teach a bunch of 8-year-olds how to paint. And I had bought them, like I bought like 4 of them to the thing, and I ended up having to give other people my phone number so that their daughters can get some. I think I had made like some with like some mirror things or something. I don't know, but them little girls, man, them little girls made me realize like, yeah, it's something about when an adult love your stuff and you can sit there and talk about it. But man, when you touch a kid, when you got a kid, it's like telling their mother like, "Hey, I want that." You like, you have
And I also think it was because the paintings that caught their eyes were images you don't usually see from
yeah, it was
artists.
like them. Yeah.
Yep. And then because you had literally, I never forget this day. You literally had something for everybody. You had something, even though it was very unique, very detailed. And it was the one where you had like the girls lined up with like different like natural hairstyles. The skin tones were like all
I had
unique.
the little black girl emojis because I had made the little black. I used the emoji faces, but made them all
Mhm.
black with like the little bush balls.
Yeah, when I watched that little girl, because she could not take her eyes off of it. Her mother was looking at, I think it was the one you had with like the flower thing, because
Oh
and you had
yeah,
put that looked like it was like 3D,
yeah.
but she would not take her eyes off of that. And then she was tugging at her mother, and then she was like, "Well, who is the artist? Who did it?" Because they were looking at me. I ain't got that kind of talent, That's Jude. They like
And I was
who?
over there trying to buy something myself.
She over there buying incense and stuff,
Was
and
networking.
and sea moss. Oh, you gotta get this sea moss. They got all different kinds. And I'm like, girl, get yourself over here
Paul, that's
and
what
do.
I mean, man. Listen, Paul, I'm over there to work. I'm like, yo, I'm telling them like, I'll be back.
But
I done met
but she's
everybody
also
there.
she's promoting the show, mind you. We selling her stuff. She promoting the show, telling people you gotta meet her. I'm telling people, let me go get her. And then when I saw the little girl admiring her work, I mean, when I say they could not take their eyes off of it, and it made it. And then next thing you know, when you see men admiring certain pieces, and then it was like they was kind of like, where you come up with this? And I'm like, I don't know, because I'm not the artist. Let me go get her. Mind you, I kept saying, here she come. Jude ain't coming yet because Jude's still engaging in conversation, promoting everybody but her, mind you. So I had to let her. I'm like, I said she be back. So I had to go get her over there. So once they saw her and saw it, and then she started talking, that man was like, "How much?" I never forget that, and I was like, "Look at my friend Father."
Men are my favorite because that's why I stopped making the women bracelets, and the women been down my throat about it. But the women kind of was so indecisive that I kind of started when it came to my jewelry. man, it can make stuff, and the men will just look at it and be like, "Give me that." You know, they see it. The women be like, And I was like, you know what? When I started painting, let me tell you something. The difference now. When I was just painting like regular stuff, like just my idea of like just painting, like I was learning. When I really settled down and started painting naked bodies, more women bought them goddamn naked bodies because the body appreciation, the way the women itself, man. But no, pause on me. That event Coco was talking about, Coco sold out that event. And this sucker was trying to let me tell you about having your friend that had your back in your corner, right? Um, oh, I do want to shout out a business, but she don't got people just need to get with her because that motherfucker crochet. We talk about Miss Mikey. But this motherfucker here, uh she all telling me, Fran, bring a piece of your aunt so we can tell people. So we always try to promote each other. That's the crazy part. And I said, no, friend, I'm not going to bring none of my art. This about you. You feel me? This is your event. I'm coming to support. And I went around telling everybody, go to her table, go to her table. I walked away like my second time came back. Shay had everybody that was there. Her whole table was clear. She sold out that night. Hey, well, that gave me motivation. So when this sucker asked me, like, hey, you want, hell yeah, I want to sell out. Listen, the fire was already lit. I done seen my friend. You feel me? I was pumped. As a matter of fact, she got a picture because I got on the yellow shirt that day, man. We was chilling. I was so proud of my friend. But that's the type of environment you need to be around when you want to win. You need to understand that. Hey, look, my friend winning. Look, come on, we out here, friend. Let's celebrate your win. When I'm winning, my friends celebrate my win. We winning together. You feel me? Even when we take our little L's, we did. We sit there be like, girl,
I fucked up.
we girl, we ain't gonna do that again.
But I wasn't. So shout out to a Tiff. Out and it because
Yeah,
he put on the event. I was not going to do it. I wasn't.
yeah.
I was newly getting back into my craft, going through a period in life, and part of my, I guess, getting back to me was to get back into art. I thought all of my stuff was like complete trash. And I got to nobody gonna buy. And I said, well, how many do I have to bring? He said, I don't know. Bring as many as you can do. I think I did like 15 or 16 pieces between the time he told me because I didn't have a choice. He didn't give me a choice. He was like, you gonna do it. We got to a table, you're gonna come and set up. And I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I
Sending
was
me
just
pictures
painting
like, Fred, what you think about this? Fred, what you think about this?
because I had one person, but how I sold out, people were buying it, and I was like, oh shit, people really buying this stuff, and I would sign them there. But then this one gentleman came, and he said that he kept coming over to the table, and I'm like, this is weird energy, right? So right before the event ended, he literally purchased every piece that I had left. I think I had maybe like six or so left. He bought all of them because he did something for like a foster kids or adopted kids, and he had like a place, and he was like, I'm gonna hang it up for them and to be like an exhibit. So he like, make sure you sign them, and I gave him my information. We kept in contact for a little bit or whatever, and it was like one of those things. And I say all that to say, which is going to bring us into the next topic before we don't have time, is you'd be surprised who believe in you when you don't see things for yourself. So even as like an entrepreneur, which I do agree again with Jude and Paul, celebrate your short wins. And then sometimes when people like, come on, you can do this, you really can. And even if it's not as successful as what you want, sometimes you gotta step out there and just do it. And you'd be surprised because one or two things you're gonna learn something. You might be great, but you still gonna learn something. And one thing that I learned was the pieces when I was in my emotion that I didn't think was great, which was one of the things when I paint, I'm usually feeling some type of way. Those are always the paintings that go first. I.e., doing this with the shows that I think is like a ooh kind of cringy. Those are the ones that people tend to like. However, do I get bad feedback? And I'm gonna go on into the next thing of
Wait, before you
what
go into that, before you go into that,
oh, go ahead.
pricing. My
That's what we said. Okay.
pricing, uh, your worth. If think about how much material you spend, how much time you put into it, and then price your stuff. Everything ain't got to start off first expensive, but you can always lead there. One, if you using cheap materials, don't expect, like how Coco said, millionaire prices for stuff. Don't be out here selling shit for 50, $60. As a person that make bracelets,
Shit.
one thing I hate is a bead.
This is
I
dumb
don't
as
have
shit.
anything against beads, but don't sell me beaded bracelets for $20, $25. Sell gems for that down the amount of price. You feel me? Like sell your shit, for what the material is worth. Everybody always trying to get over on people to make like the more quick buck. Be more strategic in your spending with getting your material, and buy in bulk. Don't always try to buy stuff, by the if that if your service is like you crafting. Now if you are like a hairdresser or whatever, stand on business um with your pricing. Also though, um be reasonable. Not everything need to cost like an extravagant amount of money, but understand though that I do understand that the price is the price, but man, everybody can motherfucking afford, the luxury. Like you can't be selling like having Beverly Hills style prices, and you fucking live in fucking Cherry Hill. They're not the same. They two different type of hills. You feel me? So all I'm saying is, um,
Blue pill.
make sure that when you get gaining some kind of you having some kind of gain, you taking like the least amount of loss, but don't try to come out and instantly be like, I'm going to be rich in 30 days because I'm going to get over on everybody. Because what you're going to do is get bad reviews, and people going to stop going to your business. They're going to come to mine because I take my time and I get it right. And I can make you a celebration that lasts you a few years.
You have a question. J
But
Bad asked Jude. He said, Jude, J Bad draws. He's actually a really great drawer. I've seen some of his work as well. He said, Jude, I draw. What paints do you use?
acrylics.
Yeah. I like acrylics better too, because you can compound them. You can kind of texturize them. But I also some people don't know you can use what is it called? I haven't used it in a minute. Because you and I used to talk about different things you can add to your paint to make it thicker, thinner,
Oh,
shinier, and like
mediums.
glossy. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can use different mediums for it to help add to
mediums
your
and
texture.
just so. Yeah.
A lot of people don't know. I mean, especially like you beginning, like I don't know if J Bad knows like how you mentioned, because even like you and I talked about like different things that we can do to make them stand out. If we knew we were going for a certain look, we would consult, and the layering is actually really important. So I know most artists, if y'all like more experienced, y'all probably know, y'all probably got some other
You
techniques,
man.
but
Like
it
my
also goes,
cousin.
yeah, but it also goes into
Like it's a
what your
beast.
style, what your style of art is. Like even with your business is your personal style. That your marketing is you. It should feed off of your personality and also show your business. But at the same time, when it comes to art, like Jude, you know a Jude painting when you see it, right? And that's the uniqueness. And I look at it like for me, painting an abstract, I've noticed that the most imperfect painting, no matter how perfect I wanted it to be, if I did not like it, those imperfections are what makes it stand out, which makes people want to buy it, which makes people want to do everything else. So be okay with critique. I encourage every entrepreneur. Bad critique is not bad. That's to make you better. I'm gonna say that I've learned that, and when doing paintings, and I've also learned that doing this, I still will get bad reviews to this day. No, you cannot appease everybody, but sometimes the reflection, you have to acknowledge, okay, this person saw this. So imagine how many other people may feel the same way. So the thing you got to use the critique to do is to make you better, to make your product better. So you may not change the whole thing, but you may want to tweak some things, because then you got to ask yourself, when you go back and look, is that something that you know that you're proud of? You know, is that something that you want to have that image out on? And I remember, like, especially, I'm gonna say probably like about a year and a half ago, I told you were gonna hit me up saying da 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 da, and I had to take a step back and was like, okay, if one, two, three, maybe four people said this particular thing, I need to take a step back. And I want to tell people, when people want to support you, whether it's good critique, bad critique, or whatever, accept that and grow your business. And I think a lot of times with small businesses, we don't want nobody to say, and everything is not going to be positive. Granted, some people just want to say something negative, or they will find something wrong. But even if they find something wrong, just think about who else may be willing to give you a bigger deal or a partnership that may be looking at it and that's going to critique you. You have to be willing to accept that and grow from it. Don't let it hold you back. Don't let it discourage you and you start blocking people. I welcome the negative critique, because one, it gives me a self reflection on how I can make this better, or how I can do different things better. So we also, as entrepreneurs and people in small businesses, we got to learn how to take the criticism, whether it's negative, positive, or whatever, however it may come, and make it into your own to be better. Jude.
I want to say, I don't know. I agree with what you said. Um, as a person that's like rebranding, um, how to learn how to paint. It's I taught myself how to paint. Um, well, of course, I learned the basics in school, right? Oh, my pants never came out. This is because I'm gaining weight now. Get big, girl. Anyway, so I taught myself how to paint, right? I I don't know if it's hard to paint, because I don't particularly on purpose try to paint a traditional way, because I feel like I see things different. So this how I feel. Like, watch YouTube videos. YouTube show you everything. Wherever you like feel like your weak spots are, practice on that for real. And understand, like, you might gotta tweak it in a way that you're comfortable with. Just because this is the way everybody do it, don't mean that's the way that you get it, or the way you feel more comfortable with. So when it came to painting, I kind of got out of crafting when I was like in middle school and high school. Like, I used to do stuff like make pocketbooks and draw stuff and all type of stuff. I really wasn't a painter for real, but like, I was real crafty because I was exposed to that type of stuff. But then I became a teenager and I went outside, and outside was more fun than being in the house making stuff. But then one day I went like to a paint class, and I was like, oh, I kind of like this. So I went and got some paint stuff, and I made paint like a gumball machine, like my idea of a gumball machine. And then that's how it kind of started. And then when it came to painting, it took that criticism that Coco talking about for me to kind of be like, the get the way I feel like I'm comfortable at with painting. When it comes to artists, we are our biggest um critics. So I got like a different view. I love some of my art, and some of it I just be like, it's all right. I'm real humble when it comes to my stuff. I ain't gonna lie. I know I'm in my opinion, a damn good artist, but I hang and know some phenomenal fucking artists. My cousin in particular, he is a beast, man. He gonna teach me some things that help me enhance my art, because I'm so intrigued with his shit that, and he the one who he kind. I'm not where he at, because I'm talking like, yo, how do you let your piece go? He like, everything for sale. Everything. Not all my shit. I got like pieces that I keep. They mine. He like, the motherfucker want this, they can buy it. You feel me? My little brother the same way. He a digital artist. Phenomenal. Some of the shit that he do on the digital side, he that shit like he did with on a canvas for real. He another week. I got a couple of pieces. Oh, I'm sorry.
No. Speaking of being a beast at their craft, let's just acknowledge some of the businesses that sent in their businesses. I didn't do it at the one.
Oh, okay.
So really quick. So the first business is El Gervin, one of our top supporters, Miss Wendy Cross, of owner of Pink Lotus Products. So please go visit her Facebook page. She also has a website. If you go on Google and then you put in Pink Lotus Products, her website will come up. Amazing. I stand by the products. I use them. So I wouldn't say you wrong. Also, another one who I support, her soaps. She has oils. She have everything else. Also follow this page, Beautiful Rivers Natural Oils, her Facebook page. She has videos of how she makes her products. She also has different things how to reach her. Amazing. I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all don't try nothing else, try that orange turmeric soap. It's everything. Also, we have my best friend who makes candles made to order at Ambiance Creations. You can visit her website at ambiancecreations.shop. And then we have my Monopoly girlfriend and my Facebook friend, Dee Dee's Delicious Treats. You can follow her on Instagram at DDS Delicious, where you can see her photos, videos. She does treats for like parties, any type of engagement you may have. She also does like decorations, and she does really great work, really humble, very professional, all of those things. Every person on this list is very professional. Then we also have former co-host, panelist, also did our intro video, and he does a lot to support the show, repost. He does watch parties for the show, everything. So we have the real Boscoe Productions, who just put out a volume 1 and 2 album. You can check out his album on all musical platforms, whether it's Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Facebook. So please follow his Facebook page, where he also has his music posted as well. If you like a if you're like a middle aged to older person who like hip hop and jazz, it's like a combo of the two. Real good vibe, laid back. Follow his page for more. Then you got my bro, the Richie Hicks Jr. Sports Podcast. Follow him on YouTube. No matter what sports you like, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, boxing, boxing, they cover it all. The whole panel is full of dope post personalities. They know everything about sports. They talk about it in the best way you can. It's very organic, very natural. You will love it. So go follow the Richie Hicks Jr. Sports Podcast on YouTube. Back to you, Jude.
What was I saying? Oh, I know what I meant to say. I keep forgetting to say it because we was talking about other stuff, but I just want all y'all to know that at midnight, y'all will be entering the best season of them all. Understand that we coming in and we taking over. Pisces season has come upon you all. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Oh, I put the jacket on early. Y'all, don't worry, because wait till y'all see the one for this year. Y'all know
Whatever.
every year I drop something new Pisces, but don't worry. I don't know what they're probably gonna do a jumper or something this year, but don't worry. Paul, I gotta sing. I gotta sing you something. You and Gemini. I don't care about no Gemini in Pisces season. It don't even matter. But anyway, site friend, yeah, send me your vest. Send me your vest. Yeah, Paul, I gotta make you something though, because I gotta have you up there representing real well in the Pisces, for the Pisces, Pisces.
Before we go, add to your answer. This is the last topic. What causes the small businesses to fold? So under that subtopic, we just going to rock it out with this is lack of funding, not being able to compete with competition, which we kind of touched on, but we can elaborate a little bit more because I don't think we went into that. Unable to accept critique and poor customer service. And the second part to that is, can small businesses be successful in today's economy with the law changes, like changes to regulations, AI, tariffs, and low supply and increased cost of goods. Right out.
Yes, because if the communities got together and actually depended and supported the businesses and within their communities and maybe sometimes branched out, it's all about communities. It's going to be all about community support at this time. Can small businesses survive? Yes. What was the first question?
Why do they fail?
Oh, why do they fail? Because everybody be trying to get rich fast. Um, everybody be scared to take the small steps first. Like, uh, a lot of people start a lot of people be scared to like start out like, all right, selling dinners out the house, get your paperwork and stuff together, selling dinners out the house, then move to the food truck, then move to the restaurant. You feel me? Uh if uh at one point in time, communities got together. You wanted to open something, everybody kind of got together. It's a GoFundMe, put a GoFundMe out there. People support, people can't, whatever, but y'all get what you can. You feel me? Like, say you open the daycare, get what you can and work with what you can, to get everything going, start small. Um, uh, yeah, I think that's all I gotta say about that for real. Like, stop trying to be greedy in the beginning. No, like a lot of people like to start out one way, then start cutting back and changing the shit once they got a good thing going. Things too high, you might gotta scale back. The material ain't the same, things like that. It can be. It's gonna take more work and more dedication. Probably cost you more money too.
I'm gonna say everything both of y'all said, cause like Coco said, one of the things that really catch your attention is your poor customer service. You
Yeah.
don't treat your customers with respect. You can't expect people to come to you. You can't expect them to put the word out to come to you, to others, because they're not going to do that. So that's big on this too. But yeah. And like I said, if you're in a bad location, you done mess around and pick yourself the wrong location to do what you're trying to do, you already done set yourself up for failure. This is talking about why do they fail. And then again, you got the pricing. Pricing plays a part in that too, because you could try to price yourself, your services out of the range for the people that you're trying to serve in the place where you're trying to serve them. So
I also think most well, I can only speak for what I see in our communities, 'cause that's what I say the most. Because I see other communities do it, but we don't like to do it. Is sales. We don't like to do like certain times of the year. Well, I'm lying, because Tiffany McKnight, Ambiance Creations LLC, she will do raffles. She will do like for holidays. She'll run like a special on certain things where you can still get whatever you want, but it might be a percentage. And then she has like a discount code that you can put in and during checkout on her website, which I think is great, which also contributed to her business. But again, she also has excellent customer service. So those two go hand in hand. And I get you want to see a profit, but I think also understanding one, if you know most of your consumer base may be in this age, this bracket. But then I also think when it comes to pricing, you maybe have something for a little bit of everybody. You may have something on the cheaper end for those who may be in this income bracket. Then you may have something like mid range, maybe for like a what I mean. You have something for everybody, and then you may have something for the people who may can afford a little bit more, who's willing to spend that. But you also have to understand who are you trying to reach. My challenge to every small business owner is we look at our immediate community. Think a little bit broad. Think broader than that. Think beyond that. Think of who you, if you really want to be successful, try to expand your consumer base and see how you can reach them. You can look at somehow to these corporations, how they go up and then they fall. And you see a lot of people, they do all of these grand reopenings. They go bankrupt, then they do another grand reopening. Okay, what do they do? Because they always do something different to lure people in.
Yeah.
So you kind of look at how they market, look at kind of things, and then think about how can I make it my own. Also, take advantage of social media. The one thing that we don't like to do, and Jude mentioned it in the beginning, is networking. Network with people who have businesses similar to yours or exactly like what you want to go into. You'd be surprised how many people are willing to talk to you and give you pointers. How many people are willing, even if they don't have the same business that you do, but let's say you want to do online. Look at somebody else who may have an online business that even if it's not thriving, but it's steady and they've been in business for a long time, that's somebody you want to talk to because they know how to get through those lows and they have highs and they have whatever. Also look and see if your business venture may be seasonal because some things don't always go up. You may have different times where you may have success and then you may have a plateau, but that doesn't mean that you give up because that's your business, that's your name. The one thing I feel like most businesses fail is because not only for poor customer service, just because it's your business don't mean you can talk to people any kind of way and expect for them to spend their money. And I think that's the one thing I hate when I see that when people say, it is what it is, either you're gonna spend it or you're not. You can always go somewhere else. You're right. Just imagine how many people went somewhere else that could have been yours because you were so prideful.
Or
Mhm.
brand your business around that nasty ass attitude. If that's your attitude, then brand your business around it.
Like
You
Dick's.
know, capitalize off of it. You feel me? You
Yeah.
know,
Like
uh,
Dick's restaurant. People would pay money to go eat and be insulted.
yeah,
Who was
you
that?
know,
Where they
personally
do
though,
that
Coco, it's a it used to be a restaurant down. I know it was one down here. Personally, I mean, I like a haggle. You know, convince me to sell it to you for a lower price. I'm okay with it. I probably would budge. I like the, if you sweet and we talking and because I'm gonna tell you why I'm selling my product for X amount of dollars. And if we could, haggling is okay because I see a lot of people because I at times I do be feeling like the price, the price. You feel me? Like I'm selling this, this is the price for that, blah blah blah. But on some things, like I'm like that person. I'm speaking personally because though I'm gonna use my bracelets for an example. My individual bracelets are sold at regular price, but all of my sets are sold at a discount. I barely ever sell a set for like what I would sell like a individual bracelet for. I put like a 5, 6, 7 bracelets together and just call it set. And hey, well, you can buy one for or two for, or you could just buy the set. You gotta give people something to want to come for. Also, when I used to do paint nights, but even when like I'm doing like a showing, which I haven't done in a while, but when I do them, people like to feel like they got something for free. So I might paint like mini versions of if I'm showing this selection of paintings, I'll paint little mini versions of those. So if you make a purchase, you can pick something off of the table or you can leave a tip and take a free painting off the table. Or if you make a purchase, you can just take something off of the table. I asked for one or two options, but you can always leave with something. you know?
I want to add something to that. Well, I want to add something to this particular comment. Some businesses fail because they get too greedy and then they start pricing things higher or treating people like dirt.
Yeah.
I agree, but I want to play devil's advocate. I want people to stop treating people with small businesses as though everything is negotiable. Some things are. If this is the price, this is it. You don't go to Walmart, Target, Nike, Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Tom Ford.
I go to Walmart and tell them Target got it for cheaper.
That I'm with you on that. But what I'm saying is, just to support. If you see somebody who you want to support, don't or it's your friend. Don't expect a discount or go in there and you try to lowball because well, they just want and then but you want to go somewhere else and spend $500, which is another reason why a lot of small businesses don't succeed. They could be reasonably priced, but because you think because they're not this name brand or household name yet, you want to go in and be like, oh, because we have this mentality, and when I say we, us in the Black community, we want to negotiate it or get it for the lower price. About how much money this person spent on one product, two creations, three. If they have a storefront, they got rent and stuff to pay. Not only that, and they have other things going on to go into this product. So when you go in there, so 9 times out of 10, most people with their pricing is just getting their money back on what's spent. But that's not to mention they probably still taking a loss if they don't sell the rest of their product. So
Yes,
when
I'm
I
ready for
say
me
that
a
to say
detail. I'm ready.
respect people businesses and also respect people pricing. I get what you mean when you say it's ridiculously priced. Now, if you know your shit gonna fall, I thought I'm gonna say, if you know your stuff is gonna shrink, fall apart, or do whatever, and you know your product is your quality is trash, don't be out here charging $500 for nothing. You
Right,
know better
we can go right over to the move and get it.
for a better quality. Now, if
Don't be
you have
having
good
gold necklace made in Taiwan and shit.
I'm gonna say this because we got like 5 minutes. I think we're gonna do a quite semi part two because there's some things I want to still touch on. But if you have good quality, and I'm gonna wear a shirt. I bought this shirt probably 4 years ago. No, how long have I been on the show? Three years ago. I think I did it when the first business show I ever did. I bought this shirt from this guy. I don't even think he sells shirts no more. But I never forget. I saw it on Instagram, and I was like, "Oh, this is cute." And they was just starting out. I reached out to him, got it. When I say packaging, immaculate quality, this shirt has not faded, stressed. Mind you, it's been years, and I wore this shirt several times. So when your quality is like that, and I think I was expecting to pay more for the shirt. I only paid $25. This shirt is should have went for 60 because the quality is that good. When you know you have quality, so if you're getting quality on top of that, this is a person that's having a community business, meaning it's one of us or whoever. It ain't gotta be one of us, but somebody that has a small business and they're pricing you getting excellent quality, pay the money. If you don't have it, say that. Just say you're gonna come back when you get it. But stop trying to lowball every small business. That's not cool.
Well,
Because you
everybody
know
try to lowball the
You got
small
one
business
minute.
thing, right? Huh? What happened?
I told you got 1 minute.
Uh,
yeah, so I'm sorry. Can we do a part two Monday to finish this? Because there's a couple of things I got. We gotta say.
yeah.
Okay, so
What's
unfortunately
going on?
we
It's
run
Monday.
it Monday. I don't know the date. So
Yeah, it's
unfortunately
waiting to get talk. Oh,
all right, we're running out of time, but we have some more things. So you still have time to send us your businesses, comment your business or whatever on any one of our pages. But also shout out to Pink Lotus Products, Beautiful Rivers Natural Oils, Ambiance Creations, Dee Dee's Delicious Treats, The Real Boscoe Productions, Richie Hicks Jr. Sports Podcast. Follow all of those. If you follow me on social media, you will see those. If you are watching on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe when you look in the description. You will see all of these businesses and how you can support them. I encourage you to do so. We will do part two to dive more into some of the things with business and then some more topics. So we will see you for Monday's chat. I thank everybody for supporting and always being here for us. So thank you.
Good night.
good night,
Good
y'all.
night.